Hi guys, it's your girl Tori Tarot here. Just want to welcome you to my channel if you are new. If you are new, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I also do individual tarot readings for your zodiac sign. So I actually am doing this pick a card reading, which, it's been a while. I haven't done one in a minute. So I'm going to do one, and it's going to be messages and themes that you need to focus on for the rest of the year. All right. This is going to be for the rest of 2026. So at any time that you are watching this, if you're still watching this within the year, then these are the messages and themes that are meant for you to find, the themes that you need to focus on for the rest of this year. However, if you're watching this after 2026, then I'm curious to know, if any of these themes really reflected on you based on the pile that you chose, okay? All right, guys, so here is how it works. I do have 3 piles right in front of you right here, and what you're going to do is you're going to intuitively choose a pile that you are drawn to, okay? And that pile will be your message, all right? Now, some of you may be more drawn to, obviously maybe more than one pile, right? Now, if that's the case for you, then feel free to watch, for any of the other piles. However, I highly encourage that you choose the one that stands out to you the most, all right? So for the first pile we have here, this is group 1. This is going to be the rose quartz pile, group 1. Group 2 will be right here, and that will be selenite. And then group 3 will be right here, that will be clear quartz, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and slowly move the other 2 piles away so that we can get started on group 1's reading. Okay. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, I really appreciate it if you do. Okay, hit a like, show your girl some love. All right, here we go. So we are going to start with you, group 1. Let's get it. Okay, group 1, let's see what we have for you. So I do have some themes at the top right here. What I am going to do is I'm not going to turn your astral house around yet, okay? I want to see what we can read from this, but I am going to see your main central theme here, so let's see. All right, you guys have tortoise. Slowly but surely getting ahead. So what I see here for you, group 1, is that, for many of you, you've been questioning yourself on whether or not you're at the right pace that you are at in life, okay? For some of you guys, this could be in relation to career, all right? For some of you guys, it could be in relation to just your own personal life. Like, where am I at right now, is everyone around me, like, just getting ahead, and what does that look like for me, okay? A lot of you are questioning whether or not you're on the right track, and also like the pace of your track, okay? And what this is telling me is that, you're slowly but surely getting ahead, meaning that like you're still on the pace that you need to be at, because there may still be lessons to learn from this, okay, group 1? There may still be things that you need to do that are calling to your attention, and it's bringing that up to your attention because it's important for you to recognize what it is that you still need to accomplish, and there's just so much you need to accomplish, all right? So, I feel like the slow and steady wins the race still applies to you, because again, it is you versus you at the end of the day. And this is telling me that, like, you've been in your head a lot about the pace that you're going in life, where you're heading at, did you make the right decision? Should you go back, or should you move forward, take this chance, but then realize that it isn't always greener on the other side, right? But I think this is a good sign for you that wherever it is that you are at right now, you're meant to experience this part where it feels like a pause. It feels like things are slowing down, but that's only because it's meant for you to just pause and reflect on what is happening. What else do you need from this situation? And what else can you get from this? Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip these 3 cards over. Okay. So your first theme is voyage. Okay, beautiful. Your second one, gateway. And your third one, new beginnings. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. So group 1, again, I feel the need to say that, for a lot of you, you are embarking on something pivotal here, okay? There's something about you trying and you needing to make things better for yourself that's speaking to the universe, okay? you guys are creating a pathway for yourself. You know, there's going to be a significant opportunity that will be presented to you, and you're going to decide whether or not it is the right decision for you. Okay. Some of you guys may be moving towards something. Okay, I'm also seeing like a trip for some of you. Okay, but this is also, again, I think a trip is also maybe very commonplace, right, for just voyage itself. But I feel like a lot of you are on a spiritual journey or spiritual plane. All right, some of you guys are discovering your talents, and a lot of you are maybe rediscovering old talents and they're coming up to the surface. All right. But it sounds like, you know, with this, there's some movement here. So some of you guys may be traveling for work. All right. Others of you may be going to a conference or some sort of meeting, something that takes you out of your comfort level. Okay. This could be, you know, from city to city. It doesn't really have to be far, like across seas here, like we see in Voyage, but this is something where it's taking you out of your comfort zone. So even if you're going to the next city over, but you're not familiar with the area, then yeah, this is what it's saying to you, okay? Some of you guys are definitely going to be discovering new pathways, new solutions to certain things, all right? But I'm getting here that you are going to be experiencing a brand new beginning, all right? Actually, more than one beginning. You got new beginnings. So it's telling me that, you know, if you're ready for this change, group one, that it's time to take it now. It's time to really evaluate what it is that you want and go for it. But it's okay to still go at the pace that you're going at, okay? It just means like now you know what you want and you're going to go for it regardless. So let's see what this card is about. We have career. Wow. Okay. Okay, group one. So, you know, I said earlier for some of you here that it seems like it can be revolved around career, you know, here with the slowly but surely getting ahead tortoise card. All right. For some of you guys could be wondering about your career. A lot of you are focused on career for the rest of this year. And this is just on brand for the theme that you need to focus on. So if you did choose this pile, then this is the theme that is going to be most pivotal for you for the rest of this year. And some of you are looking towards expanding. You know, you may be looking for a new job. Others of you may be looking for a promotion, but regardless, career is coming out heavy for you, and it's going to change, you know, by the end of this year. Something is going to happen where you're just going to level up a lot more through knowledge, you know, through your own personal power. And I'm seeing that for some of you guys are going to become more confident, and you're going to come out on top with whatever it is that you need to do. All right. This could be a small task or this could be a big project given to you, but I'm seeing with career here, that is the focus. And I am seeing a lot of ambition. Okay. A lot of drive that's coming from this, because for you to have tortoise and career, there's something that is going to be very significant for you that is going to happen by this year. Okay. You are going to claim this message and you're going to see about what is going on for you for career. And remember, the pace is okay. The pace doesn't matter. If you rush into something, you may miss the point here. I'm seeing if you rush into something, you may miss some of the details. All right. It's better to read the fine print. And some of you guys may be reading the fine print soon. So that could be a document, that could be a lease, that could be something signed. I am seeing something signed. Okay. And some of you guys are definitely going to get a conversation verbally about how you're doing at work, or how you've been performing, or like the things that you brought, you know, into work, like the results and stuff like that. Wow. All right. This is such a very beautiful read, group one. Okay. But you guys, definitely career is a huge one for you. So I definitely urge you to think about that. Okay. If this is something that has already been on your mind, then yeah, you know, for the rest of the year that something will come of it. So all right, group one, thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. And if you guys do pick groups 2 and group 3, I will be doing that next. All right. And if not, then I will see you soon. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go with group 2. Let's see what's going on for group 2 here. All right. Let's see. Actually, I'll move this to the side. All right, we got group 2 here. Group 2 was selenite. Okay. Let's see what group 2 is about. All right. Okay, group 2. So these are going to be your messages, group 2. Okay. And what you need to hear for the rest of the year. what do you need to focus on for the rest of the year? All right, group 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and look at your themes. I'm not going to look at your astral house yet. I want to see what your main theme is, and then we're going to go ahead and dive a little deeper. All right. So for the first one, you guys have Camel. Wow. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Wow. So group 2, what I'm seeing here is that, you know, some of you guys could be dealing with a certain issue for a while. I'm seeing this is like an ongoing issue that you've been dealing with, okay? Some of you guys may have been hit financially, all right? I'm also seeing that maybe some of you guys, something has to do with your living situation, or you're not quite ready or quite sure, or something along those lines, all right? But for those of you who are, you know, dealing with financial situations, I am seeing that just keep persevering. You will overcome your problems, okay? That maybe this is going to be due to some diligence and some hard work here on your end, group 2, but it's going to happen, all right? You're going to persevere and you will overcome your problems. This is a theme for you to really focus on for the rest of this year. Whatever it is that you're going through, you can persevere. You can do this, okay? This card wouldn't come out if it wasn't meant for you, all right? I did not see this card ahead of time. So this is the message that you have chosen, that you were intuitively drawn to let you know that whatever it is that you're going through, this is your sign to persevere, okay? For some of you guys really needed this message because you have been going through it. Let's be honest. You have been going through it. There's been questions about where to go right now, what to do, how to be. And it just seems like some of you guys have been stuck, okay? I keep getting this stuck feeling, like you've been needing a solution to something, all right? But it's saying here that whatever it is that you're dealing with, you know, you are going to persevere. You're going to overcome this, all right? So I want to see what the main themes are for you and what you need to focus on. So for the rest of this year, group 2, first theme is wisdom. Second theme is thriving. Beautiful. And the third theme is success, you guys. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful cards here. Beautiful. You guys, this is absolutely wonderful. So like I said, group 2, you know, you are definitely going to be gaining a lot of wisdom. You know, you're going to be gaining something where you will overcome a situation, all right? And the situation will help you to gain a lot more knowledge and a lot more wisdom about where you've been so that you don't repeat what you've done. Okay, this is big for a lot of you who may have felt, like I said, stuck for a while. And this is a sign for you to really understand that like what you're going through is simply a lesson. It's a lesson for you to learn, for you to carry with you so that when you know, are doing what you're doing next time, you're doing better. Okay, you're doing it better. You're learning from your past mistakes and you're just moving forward. This being one of the first cards is nice. Okay, it's so nice because you are gaining a lot of this already. This is already what's coming in for you, okay? And for the rest of this year, you're going to use your wisdom and your personal experiences to help you get to where you need to go. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. And look at this. You guys have 2 success cards, by the way, all right? Thriving. Thriving. Okay, I just want to say this. If you feel like you've been stuck in a rut for a while and that you haven't been moving forward, this is your sign that you are going to thrive. You are thriving, okay? This is the present moment, okay? Thriving. This isn't just thrive, it's thriving. You are going to be thriving. If this is something that you've been struggling for a while, you will be thriving and pushing ahead, okay? I'm seeing for some of you guys, if it's a money situation, your money situation will get better. Okay, if it has to do with you actually living comfortably and being able to pay off a lot of your debt, then you're going to do exactly that. Okay. Lastly, you also have success here. Wow. This is probably one of the best cards that you can get in addition to thriving here. This is like you taking over your power. And you're also reclaiming what success feels like to you, because maybe for some of you guys, you needed a win. And this is it, okay? So for those of you who, like I said, are overcoming something, you've been going through something for a while, you really need to step up, okay? This is your sign that you will approach success. amidst the thriving. All right. This is going to be a really important message for, for those of you who need to hear it. But I feel like sometimes you don't believe in your own success. You don't believe that you can do it. Or you feel like, maybe that's not the priority right now. Maybe I need to work and take care of other things. And that is the reason why you're showing up the way that you do. Okay? But it's time for you to show up for yourself. And it's time for you to reclaim what this success looks like for you. I'm so excited. I really just want to flip this card over for you. So let's see what we got. Happiness. Look at that. Group 2, you are going to be feeling extremely, extremely blessed. I'm talking gratitude. I'm also talking about flourishing. Okay? This is an inner happiness. This is going to make you so happy. Okay? The success that you're going through, keep in mind, I am talking about it in the present tense because you are going to succeed. But the success that you're going through will bring you happiness and joy. It's kind of like now I get to see myself like really reaping the benefits because you've been thriving. I feel like the messages are pretty set in stone and very clear. Is that, for those of you who are thinking about giving up, thinking about maybe slowing down, okay, and maybe for others of you, you're like, I just want to stop in general, like I just want to come to a stop. It's okay if you just pause for a reflection, but know that success is on the other side, okay? Know that you're going to be thriving and learning on the other side. That's the most important part. That's what you need to focus on. It's the success and the thriving. Wow. And of course, the wisdom that you gained. This is very beautiful, you guys. Okay, so group 2, I hope you got the messages that you needed from this. All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm gonna go ahead and go straight into group 3. You guys are more than welcome to stick around, but if not, then thank you for stopping by, truly. All right, wow, beautiful messages, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go into the last group here. So I got group 3 here. All right. Okay. All right, let's see if I can move this a little bit lower. There you go. Okay, group 3, we're going to go ahead and get started with your messages. So this is going to be regarding the themes that you need to focus on for the rest of the year. Let's get it. Okay, group 3. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over some of your main themes for you. But before I do, I'm not going to look at the astral house yet. I'm going to look at the theme, and then we're going to see what's going on, dig in a little bit deeper. All right. So the first theme that you have is going to be boot. Ooh, okay. Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Okay. So group 3, I'm seeing that, for a lot of you, this is the time for you to step up and really work towards your goals, okay? This is going to be a pivotal time for you guys to really show whoever that it is, including yourself, but showing yourself that you're able to put in the work so that way you can increase your efforts and achieve your goals, okay? If you show that you are increasing your efforts, if you show that you're putting that forward, you're going to get it back. Okay, you're going to get the results back to you. It's saying to put on your big boots pretty much and just get to work. All right. For some of you guys are already in the process of doing this, and you're really putting in the work in order to achieve your goals. Okay. For some of you guys, you're achieving some sort of goal that will bring you a lot of peace. This could be due to your career, okay? But for some of you guys, it's also a very much financial situation. So some of you guys may be getting out of debt, or you want to get out of debt, but you're trying to focus on, really working towards bringing yourself out of that, okay? Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. This is also a reminder for you that if you feel like you haven't been pushing hard enough, this is your sign to go ahead and start doing that, to start pushing ahead. This is going to be really important for you as you move forward. That's going to be your theme for the rest of the year. But let's go ahead and see your other themes, your additional themes here, and what you need to focus on. So, first theme, delight. Second theme, relaxation. And third theme, illumination. Wow. All right. So this is going to be a gentle reminder for you that as you are putting in your efforts, as you're increasing your efforts to achieve your goals, it is also important for you to remind yourself to be able to still enjoy your life. Okay? I'm seeing that for some of you guys, it's either all work and no play for you or all play and no work. Okay? There's kind of like, there needs to be that balance in between for you. And I think this is going to be really important because as you're locking in, as you're putting down the grind, right, you're really working hard, increasing your efforts in order to achieve your goals. But this is a gentle reminder that while you're doing all of that, you also need to make time to relax. You need to make time to also experience some delight here, okay? But this is going to be really important because I think for you, you still want to be able to have fun, but I think some of you guys may be questioning whether or not you deserve to have fun. And I think this is a main message coming out. Like, yes, you do deserve to have fun. Just know that if you're working or you're putting in the work, that it's okay for you to have fun. Like, you also deserve that as well. Both can coexist, you guys, all right? I think that's going to be a main theme for you. The relaxation part is, even if you're not doing anything, doesn't mean you're relaxed, okay? So the main point is that you're supposed to learn to relax anyways. Because we're always going to have things that we need to do. We're always going to stress out over anything. So it's important for you to really gain that and really just learn what it's like to relax. Learn what it's like to kind of take on these challenges, but also know that, you can do both at the same time, okay? But I think a lot of you guys are going to gain a lot of spiritual growth from this. Okay, you got illumination here. So you guys are going to really learn what that's like to balance. All I see is balance in this situation for you, group 3. Okay. And the balance is, you're able to still put in what you need to do, put in the work, and also learn what it's like to just relax, to just take in the moments, take in yourself, and then go back out there and continue to push your efforts through. So that is what I see as the balance. But I'm curious to see what your Astra house is. So marriage, look at that, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is wonderful. By the way, it doesn't always mean like literal marriage, right? Towards the end of the year. But for some of you guys could be getting married. Okay, if that's for those of you who are channeled in and, are expecting to really take on a fuller commitment, okay, towards the end of this year. That's what I'm seeing, all right? But I think an even bigger message whenever I see the marriage card for you guys is literally you are going to commit to something so big that it is going to change your life, okay? So for those of you who are like, okay, well, the marriage card doesn't really pertain to me, doesn't really resonate with me, okay? This is not what this is completely about all the time, all right? But the marriage card speaks volumes. It speaks levels of higher commitment, okay? This could be a higher commitment to yourself, higher commitment to a career, but overall, it's going to be a solid commitment where you're going to stick to it. So if you've been wondering, okay, if I increase the efforts, Tori, and achieve my goals, am I able to still keep this up and try to find time for myself and relax? Well, the answer is yes, because you're going to be committing to a higher part of yourself. All right. This commitment will speak volumes on you changing your habits is what I'm hearing. You're changing your habits and you're also setting a new routine for yourself, one that could possibly get you to where you need to go. But again, what I'm seeing here, group 3, is that there needs to be a little bit of a balance here, okay? For some of you guys are preparing for like a big arrangement of some sort as well here with the marriage card. All right? Yeah. So this is what I have for you, group 3. This is such a beautiful, beautiful message, you guys. All right? Like, this is basically telling you to put your efforts forward and just charge through. Charge through, right? And, be married to the idea that you can do anything, that this is your life here. And you're able to still set aside some of the things that you really love doing. So don't give up on those things either. All right? Have a balance for both. That's the main theme for you, is the balance. Okay, group 3? All right, you guys. Now, if you guys are drawn to some of the other messages, you can go ahead and check it out. All right, I would really appreciate it if you did subscribe to my channel. But if not, then thank you for stopping by, you guys. I really appreciate you. All right, bye.